If you're an equestrian, you probably also believe that riding is a sport. What that also means then is that you, as an equestrian, are an athlete. We often forget to spend the time to take care of our own bodies as athletes because we spend so much time and energy and money caring for our horses as athletes. But in order to really serve our horses the best, it's also important that we take care of our own bodies so that we are fueled and prepared to have endurance and feel strong and balanced in the saddle, as well as to recover quickly and efficiently when we are out of the saddle. So what I want to talk about today is some of the typical demands on an equestrian's body, and then some of the really simple ways that we can sort of start to think of ourselves as athletes and take care of our bodies like the athletes that they are. First off, I want to note that when you are riding a horse, you burn anywhere from 300 to over 600 calories an hour, and that is the full range from, trail riding and sort of just meandering all the way up to jumping or dressage or reining or cutting on the really extreme end. When you're doing your barn chores, including feeding and mucking, you burn approximately 300 calories an hour. So if you go out to feed your horse, for example, and you muck the stall, and then you groom your horse and you saddle your horse, and then you go out for an hour-long ride, you've already burned at least 600 calories just in that amount of activity alone. If you're riding multiple horses in the same day, let's say you're a trainer and you ride and jump 3 or 4 or 5 horses, you're burning thousands of calories just doing your regular daily routine. The calories burned by equestrians are more than in BMX riding, bodybuilding, and even jazzercise, which is kind of funny, especially because, in jazzercise, typically people do that because they want to burn calories and lose weight, and really riding horses actually burn even more calories than that. Equestrians also are known to sweat anywhere from 3.5 to 6 cups of sweat per hour of riding. So that's up to 1 liter of sweat lost per hour of riding. So again, if you're riding 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 horses in a day, you need to be drinking a lot more water than the average person. So some of the things that we can be doing to help take care of our bodies as the athletes that they are include nutrition. And in terms of nutrition, we want to think specifically about macronutrients because we are burning so many more calories than the average person. So we want to think about protein, carbohydrates, and fat. We're going to be getting most of our energy as equestrians from carbohydrates. So a low-carb diet or keto diet is probably not your best plan for the type of exercise that we're doing here. We want to be thinking about eating good, complex carbohydrates that sort of time release in our system so that we're not having big blood glucose spikes and drops. So what that means is whole grains, lots of fruits and vegetables, things that are going to be giving us that sort of slow release. The one exception is if you are doing high demand riding like jumping, dressage, cutting, reining, and you are doing that for more than an hour at a time, so you're riding a horse for an hour, you get off and you get on the next horse, you might want to think about having a simple carbohydrate snack in between those rides to help replenish your muscle glycogen more quickly. So something like a Gatorade, for example, or something with some kind of quick to process sugars is actually, in this unique case, going to benefit you as a rider and help you with your performance and your endurance in the saddle. Protein is essential for your body's ability to repair and build muscle, and equestrians in particular need to be eating a lot more protein than the average person. So as an example, I try to eat about 150 grams of protein a day, and I know that sounds like a lot. It is. It's hard to hit that number, but it's really important if you're working as hard as we do as equestrians that you are giving your body the building blocks to repair and build that muscle. In terms of fat, we want to be making sure that you're getting plenty of fats every day in the form of really good, high quality fats like fish or olive oil, nuts and seeds. Those high quality fats are going to, again, help you to have more endurance in the saddle and to recover, as well as help you have more balanced level energy throughout the day. And then of course water, we want to make sure that you're drinking approximately an extra liter of water per hour that you're in the saddle, and that's not even thinking about hot weather. So for the average equestrian, you're looking at least 2 to 4 liters per day, depending on how many horses you're riding, as a bare minimum. And then with that, we also want to think about electrolytes, and we want to make sure that you're getting sodium, chloride, calcium, and magnesium to replace what you're losing in sweat every single day that you ride. So things like Gatorade or sports drinks can be great. You can also just make sure you're salting your food a little bit extra, maybe drinking some coconut water. But we really want to make sure that you're getting those electrolytes replaced, because it's going to be a lot harder for your body to repair and continue to perform going forward if you're not replacing those. The one major exception is if you are a rider that's only riding maybe a couple of days a week and it's sort of more of a hobby for you, you may not need to worry as much about this, because you're probably going to get your electrolytes replaced through eating your food. However, for those that are riding every single day, or they're riding in really hot weather, or if you're riding multiple horses every single day, we really want to make sure you're getting electrolytes replaced on a daily basis. The other thing that's really important is that you're taking care of your body through cross-training and stretching. I'm sure, you look around at some of these people that have been riding for their whole lives. Riding is a sport that we don't really tend to have a retirement age for riders. People just kind of ride until they physically can't anymore. So you see a lot of people that ride well past the ages that other athletes tend to retire. Most athletes retire by the time they're 30 for most other sports. That's not the case with equestrians. We ride for our lifetimes because it's more of a lifestyle for most of us. So it's really important that we're taking care of our bodies on a daily basis so that we have that longevity and we can continue to ride as long as we enjoy it. So one important thing to do every single day is stretch, and we also want to think about building in a cross-training routine, because you look at some people that have been riding their whole lives and they have bad knees and ankles and backs and hips, and they're all crooked and they're bow-legged, and you can tell the wear and tear that riding has had on their bodies. It's really important, if you want to feel good in your body for the rest of your life, that you take that time to take care of your body now. So I'll be posting some great stretching and fitness videos coming up to help you balance in those ways. And also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I am happy to help you develop both a diet and fitness routine that will help you with your particular goals, both in and out of the saddle. So with all of that, hopefully you have some ideas of how you can just get the ball rolling, start taking care of your body like the athlete that it is, and hopefully you'll see the results in your performance in and out of the saddle. And again, if you're looking for more detailed help, feel free to check out my website, ruby-equine.com. I have lots of resources there for you, as well as the ability to work with me one-on-one, and we can tackle your health and wellness to help you become a better partner for your horse.